Okay, so this video is going to be all about the perfect skin for back to school. And for me, the hardest thing about back to school for the first couple days was not looking like a complete and total mess, because everyone was always hot the first couple days and sweaty, and my school didn't have AC, so that just made it 10 times worse. And I feel like with all of the teenagers around, everyone's like hormonal and they're like checking out all the cute people, and they get kind of nervous. So to me, it was just like no matter what I did, the first 2 days of school, I could pick out my outfit, I could look amazing, and as soon as I would walk into that first class, I would be done. Like, I would be a grease ball and everything. So this video is going to be all about a simple and cute makeup look that you guys can wear for your first couple days of school, or really all year long, but that will keep you from looking like a shine fest throughout the day. So I went ahead and cleaned off my skin with my Lush toner water, and now to start, I'm just going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray just to, that didn't taste good, just to prep my skin for what I'm going to put on next. That is just going to add a little layer of hold for everything else that's going to go on your face. And I'm going to keep reapplying that while I'm doing my makeup, as you'll see. And also, I put my hair up in a ponytail because my hair is long, and like many of yours probably are. And tying up your hair is something really easy and something that I would end up doing anyway at school. So I went ahead and wrapped a little bit of hair around there and stuck in some bobby pins to hold it. So it's a really cute kind of look, and I think that it's really simple and a really great thing to do to keep you from sweating during the day. So now I'm going to go in with my moisturizer, and I'm just going to use my Caress Rose Savage moisturizer, or hydrator, or whatever you want to call it. Just all over my skin, because you also don't want to look like you're peeling, especially right after summer when you're probably laying out and your skin's getting dry in the sun, you know, all that stuff. Don't apply too much, because again, you don't want to have an overproduced amount of oils on your skin. And I'm also going to put on my under eye cream, because this is what I have to do every day. You have to prevent those wrinkles even if you're only in high school. So now I'm going to go ahead and just spray one more spray of this, or two, all over my face again. And then I'm going to grab my face primer. So I just like using my Revlon Photo Ready Primer. So just one pump of this, and I'm just going to apply this in my T-zone, because that's the place where I really don't want an overproduction of oils. And I like to go just on my jawline, because if any of my makeup moves, it's normally around my jawline. So you guys can apply it to your problem areas as far as oil production goes. So for me, school was all about just being ready really quickly. So I'm only going to go in with a BB cream. Now, if you guys need something a little more full coverage, you can always go in with a more full coverage foundation or whatever you guys really love. But for me, I'm just gonna go in with my Olay Fresh Effects BB cream in the shade light to medium. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. And then taking a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And this is just going to give me a little bit of moisture, because I have more normal to dry skin. If you guys have oily skin, I wouldn't recommend a BB cream. But I do just like the really light kind of coverage that this gives me. It doesn't cover any blemishes, but it does just correct some light discoloration I have and things like that. So because I chose to do such light coverage all over my face, I'm going to go in with my concealers now. So for any blemishes that I have, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Full Cover Waterproof Concealer. This is really great if you are from a hot area, because it is waterproof. So if you have any kind of sweating during the day, it won't move on your face. And I love this for my breakouts, because it really just does a great job of covering, and it doesn't have the harsh irritants in your skin that'll make you break out more. And it's really lightweight on your skin, so it keeps your skin breathing through the full coverage. And I think that that's really key when you're covering up blemishes, because you don't want to just cause more blemishes while you're trying to hide your old ones. Now for under the eyes, I'm going to go in with my dark circle eraser from Maybelline. This is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser of Dark Circles. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that right there and there. And again, with my Beauty Blender, very lightly with the pointy side, I'm just going to blend that in. Now, if you want to add some more highlighting, concealers, things like that, I'm going to skip it in this video just because I don't need it right now. But if you guys want to go ahead and do that, you can definitely do that right now. Because I'm done with all my foundations now, I'm going to go ahead and spray again. And just let that quickly set and dry. And now I'm going to go on to eyes. So I have very oily eyes to begin with, so I definitely need a primer. And I'm going to use my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base and just put a little bit of this on my eyelids and blend that in. Now, when I was thinking of what I wanted for my back to school eye look to be, I wanted something very kind of glowy skin, because that's what the summer was all about. So coming back from summer vacation, you kind of want to radiate that glow, but not the sweaty kind of shiny glow. You want the dewy glow. So I'm going to take my Color Tattoo Eye Studio in Barely Beige, which is just the most beautiful light shade, and I'm going to zoom in so that way you guys can see. And I'm going to take this Precision Round brush by Signa. It's the P82 brush, and it just has the kind of duo fiber up there that you guys can see. So I'm just going to swirl that in here, and that's going to keep this from getting chunky on your eyes, because cream eyeshadows have a tendency to do that. And then I'm just going to apply it all over my lid. Go ahead and do it on my other eye. So now you can just finish with that as your only eyeshadow product, but I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to go in with a pink powder. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Amber Rush pigment, and I'm going to take the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. And I'm just going to apply this just to the outer corner, just to give my eye a little bit of definition. You guys can definitely play up your crease more. For me, that's not as big of an issue, so I'm just going to add a little bit of definition to my outer corner right there. And just bring it over. Now I'm just tapping it there just to kind of even out the color a little bit, and because this is a powder, it'll help set that cream base that we put before, which again, I said I have oily eyelids, so if you don't, then you don't have to tap that over there. But for me, it just gives it a little extra insurance that has a little something else to grip onto while not changing the color. And on a clean tapered brush, I'm just going to blend that a little bit. For my brow bone, I'm just going to go in with my Highbrow from Benefit, and I'm just going to apply this right underneath my eyebrow, and I'm just going to blend that in with my finger, and I'm not going to bring it down into the eyeshadow, I'm just going to bring it out like that. Another optional step is filling in your eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and do it with my Anastasia brow powder, and I'm just going to fill in my brows. And I love the powder because it's natural enough that you could wear it to school and not look like someone who has to fill in their eyebrows every day. I have such sparse brows that I really have to do this step. I can't skip it because then my makeup just does not look as finished as it is. And because I forgot to do this before, I'm just going to apply some inner corner highlight. I'm just going to use Stila Kitten, and using my pinky, I'm just going to dab the tiniest bit on my pinky and just put that right here. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of set my eyebrows in place with some brow gel. This is again by Anastasia. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply a winged eyeliner. You guys have the option of using a brown or black. I'm going to go ahead and use a brown for this look just because I think it's a little bit softer. And I'm using my Stila waterproof liquid eyeliner, the Stay All Day formula. And I'm just using a double-sided mirror. And I'm just going to wing it out a tiny, tiny bit. Just to really lift that outer corner. And to add balance to the eye, I'm just going to take this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Hustle, which is a brown. And I'm just going to apply that to the lower outer corner of my eye. And I like to only put it on the outer corner so that way you get that little bit of definition, but you're not giving yourself that heavy eye closing look. And you guys can tell the difference between the two eyes. How this one has a really kind of pretty like look, and this one just looks like nothing. So now before doing mascara, I'm just going to spray my face. So now that I'm done with the eye, I just set my makeup, and before I go in with mascara, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of blush. I'm skipping bronzer for this look. If you want, you can do that, but I find that recently I've been leaning towards a nice kind of pink glow, and I think that the bronzer kind of makes that a little bit muddier. So I'm going in with a limited edition powder. This was Crew from MAC. It's technically a highlighting powder. And I find that a powder like this, sorry I'm out of the frame, adds a little bit of glow. So I'm just using a blush brush from Real Techniques, swirling it. Now since this is a highlighter, I'm getting a little more of the product. And I'm just going to smile and really lightly dust this on the apples of my cheek. And I'm going to make sure to bring it back here, right back there, and just do a really nice swirl. And I find that that gives you a really nice kind of natural glow, and it makes you look really kind of healthy and like you just are happy to be back in school, which I'm sure you won't be, because if you're anything like me, the day before school starts you can't get any sleep. So I know how that is. And I'm just going to dust it, whatever is left on the brush, which isn't much because this was such a light powder, down my T-zone, just to give myself a little more of a glow. So to finish off this look, I'm just going to spray one more time, curl my lashes, and then apply a waterproof mascara. So I'm going in with the Maybelline The Falsies, and this is the waterproof formula. And I'm just going to apply this to my lashes. And now waterproof is again important because if people are sweating around you and then you start sweating, the last thing that you want is raccoon eyes. And waterproof will also help you keep your curl all day during class, which a school day is so long that you of course need that. And then I'm just going to go and reapply a little more. And you guys can see I made a mess, so I'm just going to clean that up with a Q-tip. So for me, the finishing touch to any look is of course your lips. So I'm picking a pretty pop of pink. This is called Pink Rebellion. It's a L'Oreal, I believe it's called a Caress lip stain. And it has this little pad, doe foot applicator, that's what I was going to say. And I'm just going to apply this to my lips. and that just gives you a beautiful pink color for your lips that'll last you all day, or at least until like 5th period, at which time you can reapply and it won't be too bad. So that is it for this back to school look. I hope that you guys like it and that it is nice and easy for you guys to do. Oh, and you can set one more time at the end if you want, but I'm not going to. So my last back to school tip is to have this on you, and it is your oil absorbing sheets and a nice little pressed powder to touch up during the day. And also don't forget your anti-humidity spray, because you want to lock in that beautiful sleek ponytail that I told you guys about before. So that is it. I hope you guys are having a great return to school, as horrible as it may be or as exciting as it may be, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!